Ever looked at someone else's life and thought, why not me? Maybe it's their success, their confidence, their happiness, and suddenly you're drowning in a sea of self-doubt. But what if everything you think you know about where you should be is completely wrong? Comparison isn't new, but the way we experience it today is unlike anything in history. A few decades ago, we compared ourselves with our neighbors, classmates, or co-workers, people we actually knew. Now we compare ourselves with thousands, sometimes millions of strangers, people we've never met, influencers, celebrities, even AI-generated perfection. And the worst part? We do it silently, constantly, and often without realizing it. It's a mental background process, always running, always judging. Why am I not as successful, as attractive, as loved, as productive? The questions never stop, and neither does the damage. Social media platforms are built on one thing: attention. And the easiest way to get it? Trigger emotions, especially insecurity. That perfect photo? It's filtered. That effortless success? It took 10 years behind the scenes. That viral dance? Dozens of takes. But your brain doesn't see the edits, the retakes, the breakdowns behind the scenes. It just sees the result and assumes you're failing. Psychologists call this upward comparison. It's when we compare ourselves with people we perceive as above us, which can sometimes motivate, but often leads to anxiety, low self-esteem, and even depression. The inner voice says, I should be further along by now. By whose timeline? Your cousin's? That entrepreneur on Instagram? The truth is, no one's timeline is universal. Oprah got fired at 23. Vera Wang started designing at 40. Colonel Sanders launched KFC at 65. You're not late, you're just not done. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was working hard, building my thing, staying consistent, but every time I saw someone else blow up overnight, I felt like quitting. I'd think, why are they succeeding so fast and I'm still here? I stopped enjoying my journey. I stopped seeing how far I'd come because I was too busy watching someone else's finish line. One night, I realized I wasn't failing. I was just too busy staring at someone else's success story to appreciate my own progress. Dr. Brené Brown, a researcher on shame and vulnerability, explains that comparison is one of the biggest blockers to joy. It doesn't just make you feel worse, it disconnects you from yourself. A Harvard study showed that people would rather earn $50,000 if others earned $30,000 than earn $70,000 while others earn $100,000. Think about that. We'd rather have less as long as it means we're ahead. That's how deep this wiring runs. And if we don't interrupt the cycle, we'll live our whole lives measuring worth through someone else's ruler. Another lie comparison tells us is this, that once we get there, we'll finally feel whole. Spoiler alert, there is no there. Every successful person you admire is still navigating doubt, still comparing, still trying to find balance. The game doesn't end. The rules just change. You don't stop comparing when you succeed. You stop comparing when you decide to live for your own values. So how do we stop comparing and start thriving? You don't need to delete all your social media and live in a cave, but you do need to change how you use it. Step 1. Curate your feed. Follow people who inspire, not intimidate. Step 2. Practice gratitude daily. It sounds cheesy, but it rewires your brain. Step 3. Create more than you consume. Focus on your own craft, art, path. Step 4. Track your own progress. Look back at where you were 6 months ago, not where someone else is today. You are the only person who has lived your life, who's faced your exact obstacles, who carries your unique perspective, gifts, voice. No one can take that from you. No one can replace that. Not a billionaire, not a model, not a viral creator, because no one else can be you. And that is your greatest power. So the next time you feel like you're falling behind, remember, you're not. You're exactly where you need to be to learn, to grow, to become. Your timeline is not broken, it's just yours. And that's what makes it beautiful. If this video gave you something to think about, hit that like button. Share it with a friend who needs this reminder. And comment below. What's one thing you're proud of today, even if no one else sees it yet? Subscribe for more truth bombs, mindset shifts, and reminders that your worth was never up for debate.